Hey guys, it's Mia,
and Juju,
and welcome to
It's Her Time Podcast.
We're the women of the world. We're basketball girls. We're the women of the world. We're basketball girls. What time is it? I said, what time is it? Yeah, what time is it? I said, what time is it? It's her time. We're the women of the world.
So this week we have some of the star players for Pine Richland football. They all play for my dad, and not only that, but they are also TikTok famous. I see edits of you guys on my For You page all the time. You guys are on Max Preps, Overtime, everywhere I look, everywhere I'm scrolling, you guys are literally there. So tell us a little bit about yourself, introduce yourselves,
Hi, I'm Josh Nindle, number 72, and I'm a senior and I play right guard and defensive tackle.
My name's Sam Heckert. I'm number 12. I'm a senior and I play linebacker.
Hi, my name is Taylor Cunningham. I'm number 2. I'm a senior and I play slot receiver and safety.
So, what is it like being TikTok famous? Like, do you guys get the hate comments? Like, I know a little bit. I'm scrolling in the comment section a little bit. I know some people are talking about my camera skills, but what is it like on your point of view, like with all the comments and everything?
Well, I mean, it's kind of, there was against Shaler, there was a kid that came up to us and asking to be in our TikTok after the game, after we were beating them 44-3. So that was pretty funny. But like you said, some hate comments, but usually they're funny and we like to read them and study hall.
Usually they're good. They're all about Nindo, actually, most of them.
Yeah, the love and the hate, I get all of it. So
Everyone
you gotta take it on the chin. Pause.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that's yeah, I always see stuff about number 72 up there, but you're always like, I always see stuff about like Sam and Tanner being like kind of nonchalant about it, and they're always like 72 always goes so hard, and then there's like Sam and Tanner, and they're like, oh, they need to go harder, but I'm like, it kind of makes the TikTok, like you can't change it now.
Well, there's always comments about me not knowing the dances.
Yeah.
He needs some practice.
But like,
We are sitting there sometimes on Friday nights, and I'm like, okay, guys, let's just finish.
Well, it
this
takes
one.
us like a half.
we had a better video person.
Okay, but my video skills don't have anything to do with your dancing.
Well, it usually takes us a half an hour to film, anyways.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. So, do you guys get a lot of attention from girls now that you guys are TikTok famous?
I mean, I see a lot of hard eyes in the number 12 in the comment. They're all directed towards him. I don't get too many, but I'll accept the ones that I can get.
I mean, there's a few, but I don't know. There's a little bit.
There's a lot.
I wouldn't say I get any. It's mostly Nindo and Sam.
Yeah, Sam's a little embarrassed. It seems like that he has some hard eyes in the
Heads down.
comments.
Now that we're on the topic, do you think the guy or the girl should text first?
Well, personally, I mean, I think a lot of guys are like clueless whenever it comes to like another girl. Like, someone be like just going about their life with their boys, and they wouldn't even know another girl's interested in them if like they didn't text first. So I think the girl should probably text first.
I guess,
Okay.
but like as a girl, I never want to have to like. I feel like it almost feels like I'm begging a guy for something,
Yeah.
or like I'm being so like annoying. Like I always want a guy, not always. Like I'll text first once in a while, but I like want a guy to text me first because it shows that they're interested.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like I already show that I'm interested in different ways besides.
No, you know,
texting
like a
first.
good idea is like if you follow them on Instagram, like they add you on Snapchat. It's like
Yeah, like, they
50-50.
show
So like,
interest
yeah,
back.
you're interested in them first, and then they're interested in you.
All right, but go back like clueless thing. If a girl follows you on Instagram, I'm just like, oh, she's following me on Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But,
then
like,
she's
you don't-
interested.
do you
Then-
check her
then She
account?
would be interested if a girl follows us on Instagram.
yeah, but I feel like a guy should still text first, like,
Mhm.
because I feel like the guys have like wear the pants of the relationship almost, like in most cases. Like, I know that sounds like crazy, but a lot of girls don't rule the relationship, so I feel like the guys kind of have to like put in the extra effort to just be like, all right, time to text her to see what she's doing. Like, I feel like a girl always has to see what a guy's doing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a guy's never like, hey, what are you doing? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
if
the
the-
girl always has to enable it.
Well,
Like,
if the guy's already wearing the pants, he shouldn't be worrying about like other things like that. Like if his girl is worrying about what he's doing, then
no, like to hang out, I'm saying. Like to get them to hang out. Like the guy or the girl's always doing it.
guys usually most guys make plans like last minute.
Just
all
on
the
the
time.
Yeah, all
yeah.
all the time. I see
I
so many
guess.
TikToks about that.
Yeah.
Okay, but you saying to make plans, but who's texting first? Like the girl should text first.
Exactly.
No,
Because
no,
like,
no.
how am I supposed to know you're interested if all you did was follow me? I mean,
Exactly.
Well, that's
Okay,
their
but
like
if we're
move.
someone
That's
to
their
follow.
move.
If we're like mutual and like we go to school together, obviously like you know when someone's interested. Like you cannot tell me you're that.
Well, you would
dumb.
know. The girl would know. If the girl
no,
knows,
yeah,
then the boy
No,
doesn't know.
The boy has to know that you're interested.
How do they know?
Because we
Unless the
There's
girl,
no
how do they
way a
know
girl
unless the
would
girl
just
texts
follow a
first?
guy out of
we
nowhere.
show it. We show in different ways that we're interested besides texting you first.
No, they
Then-
just can't take the
like
hint.
we do. Yeah, we.
They're so
we throw
oblivious.
You
out
should
hints.
probably text.
No, we throw.
Okay,
If you
we're
throw
not
hints, a lot of
texting
guys
first.
don't see the hints.
That's crazy
That-
because
I
our hints are
know.
so big.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. This is for the boys. What are those hints?
Like, do I have to give an example? Like, it's just like
Yeah, you
little
do.
smart things. Like some people, it depends on love language, but some people will argue with each other. Some like you'll like, do you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm
you'll
getting
just
an
like
argument with
catch
the
an
girl, I'm just-
attitude.
I'm just getting in an argument with the
No,
girl.
no, you're not seeing it. It's like a way of flirting. Like, do you
Okay.
not come across when anyone like, do you not catch someone flirting with you?
I see it in the hallways.
Yeah,
Like
but,
the girl like punched a guy or something
yeah,
like that.
and like that shows that like someone's interested. I feel
But, like,
like,
I
but
feel
the guys
yeah.
never catch that.
No, I
'Cause it's
think they
just a girl
see
punching
other
the-
guys. They see other
No,
couples doing it
Tanner.
and like they pick up on it, but whenever it's their own relationship, they don't.
They don't understand. Like, I feel like guys can like catch other people's hints,
Yeah.
but they can't catch their own.
It's gotta
Like,
be,
like guys would be like, hey, like she's giving the
Yes.
vibe, like she likes you, but they would never be able to be like, oh wait,
They don't
she
see it with
likes
themselves,
me.
yeah.
Like I
Then
just
why can't you just be like, I like you?
because that's
Exactly.
always
Why can't you be
Why
like
can't
that?
her?
why can't you guys like? I just like. Do you never like girls? Do all girls just run to you?
we're
'Cause,
doing
like,
our own thing. We're with our boys.
Okay. Well, there's no point in arguing in this anymore because you're not even trying to see our side, guys.
We don't have to.
You're not seeing our side.
We're not
either.
seeing
We
our side.
are seeing your
How?
side. You're
How?
not
How?
seeing ours, guys. Like it's just the
You're
stuff.
just saying that the boy should get the hint.
Yeah, but like
How would
come
we
on.
know? How do we know to get the hint if you don't text us first?
Because there's stuff we don't always have to text. Do we not talk? Like, do we not like do stuff? Other stuff?
The guys don't see it.
That's crazy.
I don't know how. Like, if a girl just follows you on Instagram, not gonna look at their account, not gonna like think of following
Literally,
them back,
you
and
just
like
follow them back.
have a possibility that she might like me.
And then like not only does this girl following you on Instagram, but like she's also popping
Or
up
maybe-
in other random
Yeah, or maybe
spots,
like add you on Snapchat.
stalking your TikTok account, like liking all your posts.
All right, personally, I'm not seeing who's stalking my TikTok account, but like
You
can
can look
turn
at their
it on and
profile
check
views.
it though.
Okay,
You can
but
turn it on.
that's
and
not
check
that's not what a boy does. Or like if a girl
Oh,
follows me,
yeah.
I'm like, oh,
See,
another
that's
because
crazy
follower.
no,
because
that's
Ooh,
the
another
difference.
follower,
We're
yeah,
FBI
exactly.
agents.
Yeah, like
We're
we
FBI
figure
agents.
everything out. We need to know who's looking at this at what time.
Yeah.
Like it's like if someone likes all your posts, are you not gonna take a hint like that? Oh, they're interested.
No. I got a lot of dudes liking my posts at once. Doesn't mean I'm taking a hint from a dude.
Nah, there's no way because if she goes through like posts from like 2020 and she's just liking everyone up
Yeah.
to now, you're
Okay,
not
that's
gonna be
different than just a follow.
Yeah, that is different
Cute.
than a
I
follower.
can't follow him back because then my ratio is bad. Like my
all
follower
girl
to,
Exactly.
following.
to followers ratio, I can't have my following higher than my followers.
Yeah, but that brings up another point. Like, if a guy follows all girls, is that a red flag? If a girl follows all
Yes.
guys, is that a red flag?
Yes, it's the biggest red flag because
I think so too. Like, I can't see myself following all guys and like only a couple of my
Yeah,
friends.
that's true.
Like, I just think if I'm scrolling through someone's following and it's like a guy and you're following a bunch of girls and then you're following privates and like spams, like that's gonna just make
that's
me
a
blow
different
up. Like,
story.
that's crazy. Like on your main account, you're following everyone's private and everyone's spam. That's what gives me like the what's going on here type of vibe. On this week's episode, we are replacing our full court press with a game called I Want the Smoke. This is where we just have topics fired at us and we disagree and argue for 60 seconds and there's a buzzer that goes off, and when you hear the buzzer you have to stop. There's no more arguing. It doesn't matter who's talking. If you're in the middle of the sentence, you just got to stop and hold it there. So, are we ready to play?
Yeah.
How do we feel, like, guys? I feel like it's gonna get kind of heated. I'm not gonna get it. Like, I feel like,
I have a lot of opinions, so.
yeah, I'd love to hear all your guys' opinions. So let's get to it.
Do you guys think Bronny James should have been drafted into the NBA?
Yes.
No, absolutely.
It is
Why
bringing-
would Bronny James be drafted to the
It's
NBA?
bringing
legitimately?
clout to the NBA. It's
That's all
everything that
people
the
want is
NBA
clout.
wants. It's everything
Yes.
the NBA wants. They're getting the attention.
How do
And
they
they
not
get
make
money, they
billions
get
of
a
dollars
bigger
a year in
crowd.
all
It's
the
making-
countries? They're
it's
expanding all over the
making-
world. They don't need Bronny James.
It's
Yeah, but it
making
brings more
history.
attention.
It's
Yes.
making history. They're the first daughter or son and father to play in the NBA. First son and father.
Imagine how much that.
Do you know how much
clout-
sponsorship
Yes.
and everything that's bringing to everyone right now?
I feel like the NBA draft though is supposed to be equal for every single person in the draft. Like if you're going in the draft, it should be like if you're the best person
player,
in the
yeah.
draft, you're gonna be the number 1 pick in the draft. And Bron-
But if you have a famous dad,
It's
I'm
who's
just saying
bringing
you're
the
getting
most money.
drafted.
The NBA does not care about who's
No.
playing the best. They're playing
All
about
right, so
who's bringing
you
them
want
the
just
money.
people to be
They
able to
should be
buy their
drafted.
way into the NBA? Like if you're the son of a billionaire, you want
At
to be
this
able to.
point,
At this point,
you
I would
can.
expect it.
At this point, you can because
But you're
that's the
supporting
society
them.
that we live in. That's the society. I'm not supporting or not supporting anything. I'm just
But you
saying
want
that's
Bronny
the
in the
society
NBA.
we live in. Did you see
Because it
him and
brings
LeBron got
out-
in at the same time? It brings energy and excitement into the NBA.
what
It's
energy and
everything that they
excitement
want.
the dude has at one point.
He's a rookie. All right,
If a normal person was averaging
Sam.
4
Sam,
points,
cut it right
I
there.
was gonna send you a dig, but all right.
It's Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese?
Caitlin Clark.
No way.
Caitlin Clark.
100%.
Okay, what's your? Why do you think Andrew Reese is better than you?
Okay, but how many rings does Angel Reese? To be a GOAT, you need to
Yeah,
have a
but
ring.
no,
How
this
many-
is also good.
How many?
have a ring.
How many? Yeah, there's a national championship behind.
Not bro.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. She still has a ring for a national
So that doesn't mean
championship.
Because she played on a better team.
She
wasn't
played-
even the best
but you
player on
all
her
say,
team.
okay, Caitlin Clark scored 40 points a game.
because
Angel
she's
Reese-
all-time leading scorer.
Okay, but she doesn't have a ring. She has.
It doesn't matter if you have a ring or not.
Who's
She has
better?
no-
Who's better, LSU or Iowa?
Did her
Because-
Who's better?
Did her team
LSU is
even make?
better, but
did her team even make it
no,
to the
Caitlin Clark was
WNBA,
carrying
the-
Iowa.
The playoffs. Her team didn't even make it to the playoffs. Her WNBA.
Okay, but
did
Caitlin
they?
Clark was carrying her whole team.
Okay, no, she wasn't.
LSU had Angel Reese,
There was so
Flage,
much. No.
Haley Van Lith.
All she brought was clout to college basketball.
Yeah, because she was good.
was
There's
so
a reason she
arrogant.
had so much class.
She's
She
so
was good.
arrogant. Angel Reese, like she wasn't arrogant.
Ah,
about it. She
no,
didn't put
don't even
herself
start
out
that.
there.
Don't even start.
She
Yeah,
is
so
free
arrogant.
movie.
She
Okay.
literally said that the only reason she said she was complaining that the only reason people were watching
Okay,
women's
time.
NBA was because of Caitlin Clark.
That's time. But okay.
That's fine.
Angel Reese because you have no bag, just like her.
No, you're lying because Angel
That's
Reese has a
fine.
That's
ring.
fine. Wait, that's
She has a
fine.
ring. She has a ring. Guys, does Caitlin Clark have a ring? She doesn't have a national championship. Where's her
Let's check in
crown?
10 years. Let's
Where's
check in
her
10
crown?
years. We'll see.
We'll see.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. In 10 years, yeah. Come back, yeah. We'll all be here.
Okay, next question. Do you think a coach should coach the best player and the worst player the same or differently?
Differently, for sure.
I think differently.
I
If
think
you're
they
the-
should, no, I think
Okay,
they
go
should
ahead.
all be the same.
I
If you're
think
the
it should
best
be
player,
same.
you get more leeway. Like, you're not going to go do something dumb and get away with it, but you're not going to have as much. Like, the worst player is already pissing the coach off. I know that because it's like, you're just there and you're just like, what are you here for? Are you here for fun or are you here to play? Because
Yeah,
what
but
is going on right now?
They're still trying though.
It doesn't matter. They're the
But imagine coming to practice and your coach is like, okay, I hate you. Like, just sit off on the side, never talk to you. But the best player, he's like,
okay, she's
like,
good.
stop,
She's
stop,
bringing.
But that's just a horrible precedent to set. If you have the best player, they can do
She's
whatever they want.
bringing
And
attributes.
They're
what
being
happens? What happens
unhonored.
if the worst player develops into the best player? And
you're like, oh
Then
yeah,
she'll-
you
do
just
you change how
screwed
you
me
treat
over.
them?
Yeah, she's good now.
So you can, the value of a person is only how good they are at something.
No,
That's the
no,
only
no.
thing that
You
matters.
got it. You coach them differently. You have to coach them differently. You can't coach the best player how you coach
No,
the
it's
best
how
player.
you act.
You can
towards
be
them.
But
hurt.
how do you expect the worst player to
You
get like
can
the
be
best player?
harder.
have
You
to
can be
treat them the
harder
same.
on the best player because they're good. You can't be
Maybe
very
be
hard
hard
on the worst player.
because they're bad and make
No,
them better.
if you're hard on some really bad players, they won't take it. They'll just
If
quit.
you haven't heard, that's actually time.
Okay, whatever, guys. Just let me get my point across. It's always like a 4-on-1. It's always just me versus the world. No,
Exactly, yeah.
it's an opinion, Sam. It can't be wrong.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't agree with your
No,
opinion.
it can't be wrong. No, it can't. There's no facts to
Angel
cover
Reese
it
and Caitlin
up.
Clark was proven wrong.
There's no facts to cover it up. How many rings does Angel Reese or does Caitlin Clark have? Whatever. Goodbye. Juju, what are some of your red flags in a guy?
Some of my red flags are like if they can't communicate, like if they add me on Snapchat and then I'm the one who has to make all the first moves and it just feels like a one-sided conversation. And the other is if they're too cocky. Like if you're good at your sport, like I get that, but you got to be humble sometimes.
I guess like a big red flag for me would be like, I guess if they're not good at driving because I don't have my license yet.
They're
kind
not
of
good at
embarrassing.
driving.
Like I don't want to like crash and die or something.
No, that's true.
You gotta have like a personal driver.
Well, like
that's
not
good.
like that. Like that makes it seem like a bad thing. I mean,
Like you're a passenger princess, basically.
Literally.
I
he's
wouldn't
the
say
passenger.
that.
He's the
I'll be
passenger
like,
princess.
yeah, I guess I'm a
want to be
passenger
safe.
princess.
You just
but-
want to
You're
be
passenger
safe. in
princess,
that.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
trust
well,
them. Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
need some way to get around.
Go.
Yeah. Okay.
I would
Get
say
that.
like in a relationship, communication.
Mm-hmm.
Communication's key. Like lying too.
Yes, lying is
lying-
a big thing.
Because I feel like in a relationship, like there's trust there,
Mm-hmm.
and then once that someone lies or there's really no communication, it's hard to trust that person again.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And then I personally think that like if a girl has like a lot of guy friends and then like they're super flirty with people, I think that's a big red flag for me personally. Just
Having a flirty personality.
Yeah, like being overly friendly is definitely one. I think like if you're a guy and you have like a girl best friend that you're really close with, that you like, just like it's just kind of weird. It gives off a weird vibe because some girl best friends like do that. Like they're not always in the right headspace that you're in. It's very different. And then I think cocky's like I never want to be with someone that's super arrogant because I feel like I have to humble them. I don't want to always be humbling someone at all times. Like I just. Not that I want you
and then
to
imagine
humble
being
me.
in a relationship too, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, your boyfriend needs to be humbled."
Literally,
like,
because like I feel like there's girls that like girls know when guys are cocky.
oh yeah.
So it's like people will just make comments about like, "Oh, he's so cocky. Like, why are you with him?" Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But to go back to the friends thing, like, I feel like it's okay to have friends.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
still want that person to live their own life.
Like, yeah, but like I just like don't think like it should be like someone that you literally hang out with like more than me. Like, why are you hanging out with your girl best friend more than me? Like, what? There's some type of something going on there. Like, what is happening? There's something more there
I
than
think
just
there's
a
a
girl best
reason
friend.
that the girl is friends with a guy. Because I know an instance, one of my friends, she had a boyfriend, and he had a girl best friend. And then the moment they broke up, he got with with his best friend.
I swear that was like what happened to me, kind of like. I swear that I would always like not accuse this guy of like, okay, what's going on between you two, but they were together all the time. Like, it was just really weird, awkward situation. She showed up at one of the 7-on-7s. They made a TikTok together, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? Next thing you know, I'm like, oh, that's your girlfriend now.
Going off
they
of
always
that,
hang
do you
out.
feel like you could like
crazy.
tell?
I can tell right away. I'm like, you give off a weird vibe, and I'm like, no, there's no way. I need to know more about this girl. Where, like, I need to know everything about her. I swear, because I can figure
So it
it
depends
out.
on like the friend.
Yeah,
or
but
not.
like I get like you get a feeling down inside, and you're like, she's more than a friend at this point. Like you
And how
talk
she
way too
acts
much, and like
around him,
there'll be times like don't hang up on me to go call her because she's calling. Like add her to the
Yeah.
call at this point. Let's go there. Let's go there.
Okay, then do you talk to the guy about it, or
Yes.
No, you
That's
let him know,
communication,
and
yeah.
That's a very big thing. Like I'm very open. So if I feel that type of way, I'm telling you. But if you're giving me the she's a friend all the time, she's nothing, don't worry about it, and then later I figure it out, and you don't even tell me, I figure it out, that makes me so mad because why am I figuring it out? At that point, we're broken up already. Like don't talk to me like we can communicate on the low, but don't talk to me like how we did before. You know? No more.
Do you guys think that it's okay for a girl to have a guy best friend?
Actually, my girlfriend now, a while back, she actually had a guy best friend, but I brought it up to her and told her, like, made me uncomfortable because I really don't think that if the girl you're trying to talk to and you're dating has a guy best friend, why are you focusing on both? Like, you only have one guy best friend, and that should be your boyfriend or whoever you're with.
Good. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's
like
Yeah,
your best friend should be your boyfriend.
Exactly.
Yeah, your best friend should be your boyfriend because as a guy, your best friend is your girlfriend because you spend more time with your girlfriend than you really do your boys.
Yeah.
When you get a girlfriend, so I feel like they should give you that same back.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's okay to have guy friends.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to have a different friend group for guy friends, but as long as you communicate that. But like I feel like a guy best friend isn't really necessary because we should be your guy best friend.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're close to like a girl best friend, I feel like they only have one intention really, and your personalities, your friends, best friends, obviously, because your personalities match. So at that point, like just date.
Yeah. I agree because like you're saying like you're splitting your time almost if you have like a guy best friend or a girl best friend. Like you're focusing on two different guys or girls. Like it's almost like you're treating them both like you're in a relationship with both of them, and the guy best friend is never gonna see it that way because he's only thinking he's a guy best friend when really like he could really be, you know, more than that, friends with benefits or whatever. So
if a guy had a girl best friend, would you just like not want to be with that person, or would you try to like change your best friend and not be a good friend?
I don't want to I don't want to change their best friend, but I would like talk to them about it, let them know how I feel, and like maybe like just be like, hey, it makes me uncomfortable that you're with them more than me. Like maybe they would just listen to me and stop hanging out with them, or if they don't listen to me, like that's showing me like, are they not going to listen to me when I bring up something that's more serious that really does bother me, and are they not going to change about it? That's the kind of thing that I look at.
And I feel like that's another red flag too, because as you go deeper in your relationship or like even I guess marriage, it's putting your partner first.
Yeah.
So like if you're not going to listen to your partner, then that's kind of another thing.
Yeah.
So it's really you have to decide who's more important, your boyfriend or girlfriend or your guy or girl best friend.
Yeah. For me, I feel like if I had a guy best friend and my boyfriend was coming like coming to me, using communication and saying like, hey, I feel uncomfortable that you're getting that close to your guy best friend, I would definitely like tone it down with the friendship and say, listen, like my boyfriend, like I want to be closer to him. Like
I don't even know if I would like blame it on my boyfriend. Not blame it, but like I don't know if I would bring my boyfriend up, and I wouldn't just like befriend the person, but I would definitely, like you said, like tone it down. Maybe that's talk to them a little less, or just do a little less. Like if you do activities with them that you don't do with your boyfriend, maybe.
And as a guy best friend, I feel like you should understand that. Like
they
have a boyfriend. Just
if you're really just a guy best friend, but obviously if you're more than that, then you're not going to understand where they're coming from, and you're going to get irritated, and it's just going to cause a whole fuss. It's kind of crazy.
All right, now let me ask you guys some questions. What is your funniest or worst sports moment?
I know I had a pretty bad one last year. I used to play with my glasses and my helmet. I had to get contacts this year, but it was actually funny because it was the playoffs, so big game against Penn Hills, and a fumble. It drops down on the ground right next to me. But my glasses had fallen off, so I was pushing them up mid-play, and the other team got the ball. It was right next to me, and I watched it on film the other day. I was like, oh my God. And then when we went to film on Sunday to watch it with the coaches, I was like dreading for that play to come up. I was so scared, but I didn't get yelled at too much for it.
Did you tell the coaches? Were you like, did they see you like pushing your glasses?
Yeah, you could see it on film. I was literally I had to catch them midair and then stick them on my face.
That's crazy.
Because the ball, you can literally see the ball comes out. It's sitting there, and then Nindle comes his glasses. He goes like this.
That's crazy, because I have been seeing Nindle with contacts in a lot this season. I'm like, Nindle, wear your glasses.
That's why I changed the contacts. That was like pretty much the only thing that made me change. And a couple college coaches were saying that I got to start getting contacts.
Nah, they were saying that to you?
Yeah, I went to a camp this summer, and they were like, because we were doing like one-on-one drills, and they started falling off, and I was like, you got to change. So I was like, okay.
Well, I don't know how they didn't break. Like, how do your glasses not break?
Well, I had to get like the stretchy and destructible ones.
No, I always wondered that in basketball, because I see so many people wearing glasses without like rec specs or something.
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
even that.
That gives me
And
like,
they just
the
wear
ick.
glasses. Like, imagine how many injuries they get if someone elbows them in the face.
I know.
Oh, that used to hurt so bad in basketball. I'd always get elbow in the face. It would cut me right here.
Yeah,
every
exactly.
time.
Right in the bridge.
Yeah, one of my worst sports memories that happened recently, like, it was really bad. Like, tearing my ACL and, like, my meniscus and everything, that's definitely my worst, because I was having, like, the tournament of my life, literally. Like, I was playing so well, best I've ever played, and then it's, like, almost like it felt like God's calling, like, all right, take some time to yourself, like, really focus on everything, focus on yourself, focus on learning the game from an outside aspect. To like, so to go down like that was one of the worst things in my sports career, like, ever. It just, like, it pains me, especially now, sitting through, like, 2-hour open gyms. I'm sitting there knowing, okay, I'm back at Pine this year, and this was really my year to come back and just show out, be the best, like, just go out there, play basketball, and now it's like, okay, now I gotta sit here on the bench and really just watch everyone else play the sport that I love.
Are we talking about worst sports moment or most embarrassing?
It could be either one.
My worst sports moment was probably getting trucked by Amir Key on film, on camera, and then it got posted. That was probably my worst.
That was your first blow-up moment, first viral moment
First viral moment.
But then if we would have to go with most embarrassing, it would probably have to be, we were playing NA basketball freshman year. We were up 21-20, and I passed it in to Nico Andrews, and he caught it and put it on, and he scored on their own hoop. So they scored, and we actually ended up losing the game, and I think that was the most embarrassing.
And that was the only loss that our team had all year.
We were undefeated up until that point. There was like 30 seconds. No, there wasn't even 30 seconds. 21. Dude, there was 21 seconds. No time on the clock, and all you had to do was hold the ball and not shoot on the other basket, and we would have won.
Was he cheering?
Yes, he went crazy.
He thought he was like the hero after. I know he did. Like, but I would feel so bad for someone in that moment. Like, I would just have to look inside. Like,
No,
I'd be like, oh my
that's
God.
happened to me too. I was in maybe intermediate middle school, and my friend, we were playing like Upper St. Clair's, close game. We were winning. She scored on the wrong hoop, and we lost too.
What's your most embarrassing or funny moment, or like
so
worst
my
moment?
Worst, most embarrassing. They go hand in hand. I play baseball as well, and I just got moved up in the lineup, moved to the 4 spot for the section title against our rivals. Bottom of the 7th inning, so last inning, bases loaded, 2 outs, full count, and I struck out. That's got to be the worst and most embarrassing.
Like, what do you do in that moment? You kind of just like rethink your life decisions. Like,
no, not that much, but I
You just,
kind of
like-
I wouldn't say threw my bat, but like in the moment, I knew I had to
you
be.
get so angry.
Yeah,
I
like
have another one now.
oh wait, no, there was 1 out, but the next guy ended up coming up and hitting a walk-off. And I was upset in that moment, but I knew like I had to be a good teammate.
Yeah, because like that could have been you, and like
Yeah.
you could have, but yeah.
So
that-
selfishly, I would say I was a little upset, but as a team, we won, and I kind of had to go back on the bench and cheer for him because he's my teammate.
Yeah, makes sense.
I have another embarrassing baseball one. So this summer, we were playing. I was in a summer baseball travel game, and we were playing. It was like our last game of the season, and I'm not having a good tournament. And I ended up striking out in our last game, like for the second or third time. I struck out, and it was a wood bat tournament, so I hit my bat on the ground because I was so upset because it was my last game of travel that summer, and I hit my bat on the ground, and it cracked a little bit. And I was so upset, and I snapped it over my knee in front of everyone. We were losing.
No way.
So we were losing. So right in front of all the college coaches, all in front of the fans, I snapped my bat right over my knee in front of everyone. And it's
sick
Oh
though.
my
Yeah,
I know.
I know.
You're like,
Like,
dang.
tough.
Well,
like,
I
what?
walked in the dugout and I felt pretty sick, but then I also was like, I just struck out in front of everyone and snapped my bat in
And
front of
broke your
coaches.
bat.
Literally.
Out of
Not only did
out
I
of
strike
anger.
out, now I
Yeah,
have a
now I
broken
have no
bat.
bat to swing
Like my
with.
girlfriend was there, my dad was there, my dad moved and he watched all the way from the other side of the field.
Oh, I
my girlfriend
know
was
your
so
parents
mad
would.
at me.
Yeah, my parents would.
Juju, what about you?
This was actually this past season. There was like 2 seconds left on the clock, and it was tied, and we had to play. It wasn't even written up for me. We've just practiced it so many times in practice.
It's literally we need a quick bucket. Get it in. Get it in.
And
To
then
Juju.
tossed it up. I caught it midair. Had 2 times to make it. Didn't hit the side of the rim twice.
I remember standing at like the 3-point line, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I had so much confidence.
Oh,
I
I
was
had
like,
confidence in myself
"This
too.
is
like, when I
going
got
in," and
it.
then she rebounded it, and I was like, "Oh, this is what Juju does best. She gets a
I
rebound and puts it
know.
right back up." And I remember like sitting down and just melting, but I was like, "It's okay. We had to
And we
keep
won
staying
it.
control
Yeah.
because we ended up going to overtime."
but
and
it was-
winning.
It was just I had so much confidence. Everyone was so confident in me.
I remember the
just
whole
to
crowd
hit
was
it.
like cheering, and then they're like, "Oh."
No, I was like the
Really?
backboard's right there too, and I didn't even hit the backboard.
Okay, guys, that's all we have for It's Her Time podcast.
And we also want to thank the veterans for risking their lives for us and making us have a better life in the U.S.
Yeah, and we also wanted to thank you guys for coming out. I had a lot of fun arguing with you guys, even though I'm always right. I mean, there's
Okay.
nothing to argue about.
I don't agree with you on that, but
Okay,
it's okay.
we'll agree to disagree.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us out.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. We had a great time.
It's been something that we've talked about and I've talked about wanting to do. So
Yeah.
We got to learn how many incorrect opinions Mia had.
That's a lie, guys. Let's not take it there. We're gonna start arguing again.
I'm
Yeah.
sure these arguments are going to continue to next week's practice.
We might need another 60-second round.
We might.
But
Run it back.
We might.
we appreciate you guys for having us out.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you.
coming.
Thank you.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post videos every Monday and follow us on all social media platforms.
And huge shout out to Coglin's Law Kitchen and Brew Pub for sponsoring us, Gatorade for sponsoring us, and PPG Paints Arena, which we've been to Don Tolliver concert now, and we're going to be going to Rod Wave coming up, so stay
Super
tuned for
excited.
everything that's coming on.
All right.
Yeah, bye guys.
The woman of the world.